Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about sketching a layout for a project. Of course, I will always say that sketching is a very vital process, but it's also a very time-saving process because you can work out a lot of the details of a layout just in a quick form, or using a couple of shapes and lines. Just for definitions, so there's a couple of different ways that we look at a layout or a sketch. We have two boxes here. One's going to have an X through it. The other one's going to be empty. This would indicate for an image that you're going to use, an image or photograph, illustration, or otherwise. And then the other box can be used for decorative, and that box can change to a circle as well if you're going to use circles in your layouts, or if you want to use a circle with a photograph through it or an image through it, that would be a circle with an X, and if you want it to be circular. And we also use just straight lines. Some people use squiggly lines. I find it a little bit more trouble. It takes more time to do squiggly lines, but you can use one or the others, and that would indicate for body text or copy text. And then the other way to describe text is using a box and then writing in big words text. And this would indicate title text or subtitles or header text, something that's large and something that kind of stands out. I'm going to just give you a general idea of how to sketch this particular layout. This is a two-page layout. I'm not going to use both sides of the page because that actually would waste paper. But you can really just get the general idea by drawing it in semi-close to the proportions. And then sometimes I'll just remind myself that's the gutter, and I just put little lines like that so that way I know where the fold's going to be. But in this case, this is a 3/4 image with overlay text and some little descriptor. So we're just kind of generally draw that out. So in this case, I would do, and this one bleeds off the page, so then that would show up over here like this, X, and then I would probably put, and it doesn't have to be exact, it just has to have the general idea. And there's the text, there's the title or the header text, and then probably some lines of text down here. And then, just for practical purposes, I just put little lines over here for that. So there you have a general layout or a sketch of a layout that would serve as the opening spread for this article. Now remember, the opening spread is something that takes up both pages generally, or has a display of looking as like one page, but in reality it's the opening where you want people to stop, and you want people to grab people's attention, to make them stop to read or to look at the article and what's coming up. And then you have the body copy text. So I'm just going to do this as well while I'm here. And this is looks like a 3-column wise on the right page, with a pull quote over here, and then it looks like they broke it up a little differently over here, but we'll see if we can emulate that. So again, there's my middle, and I would just do simply 3 columns. And again, they don't have to be exact, they do have to be fairly close, but and this one you can just say this is going to be a pull quote. And there you have what the article spread would look like as a sketch form. And again, it doesn't have to be exact, just how it kind of gives an idea. And then I can already tell that this is going to be a 3 columns wide, and this appears to be a narrow column compared to this column. as far as the layout is concerned. And the idea for doing this is that you can actually start diversifying the layout a little bit. So like for instance over here, I might say, instead of for the opening spread, I would place the image perhaps a full 3/4 bleed, where it goes all the way up to the edges, and then perhaps put the title of the article over here and say text. And you can put in here title, or you can put in here header, or whichever you want. You just want to be able to note that this is going to be a large use of fonts. And then maybe I'll just put the copy over here, and I kind of try to align it over here to the right side, so that way this would kind of represent the ragged right, or the left flush, and then the ragged left. As far as use, instead of using the left justified right ragged, I use a right justified with the left ragged. And I can get an idea like, well, this page may look better as a full 3/4 spread as opposed to a 3/4 with a partial bleed. And then I can again do the same for the article text, and perhaps maybe instead I would put the I could put the pull quote say 2 columns wide here. And I just put pull Q because I don't have enough room to write quote, but I'll just and then maybe I'll do a 2 column wide, and then maybe this one over here I'll start it off here and just make even columns for this one. And then maybe I said I want to put a picture here, so that way I can kind of use the space in different ways. So now I have like two large things to look at, and then the body text. So using this sketching process, you can do for almost anything. You can do it for single pages. Say if you want to do a poster, and you want the poster to be really big. Again, you don't have to draw this at the size, but it's good to draw the scale. So for instance, if I want to do a poster where the picture is here, and then I just want to add some, some small line of text right here about something, and then perhaps I want the poster to say, really big letters, something about the event or something. So you can, really use this a variety of ways to diversify your ideas and to kind of work out. So again, a lot of the problems or ideas that you want to work out on paper very quickly, and then you can just take this to a computer, and you can use the tools to be very exacting on the size of the columns and exacting on the boxes and make sure they fill into the column grid. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.